Okay, in this worksheet I want to show you how to very quickly hide various rows or columns from view, as well as deleting different rows or columns as well permanently, right? So we're going to start out first of all with the deleting. Okay, so let's just say for whatever reason you want to get rid of Susan here on row 5, right? So all we have to do is point to the number 5 here, right click it, hit delete, and it's gone just like that. Everything will update. If I select multiple rows, maybe something like that, right? Right click it, hit delete, they're gone as well. All right, so that's pretty easy. Now I'm going to hit undo a few times there just to kind of bring all that back. All right. Now the other thing you can do is you can say, well, I've decided I really don't need the quarterly breakdowns. It's taking up too much width here. It's really unneeded. So what I'm going to do is I'll go here to column E, right click it, hit delete, right? Off it goes. Go over to here, right click it, delete it, right click it, delete it. And I think that's all we have there. Oh, quarter 4 then. And we can right click it and delete that. Now, a lot of the times what happens is that if you did something like that, you end up maybe messing up formulas because the formula that was doing the totaling wasn't really adding up each of the individual cells here. It was actually adding up just the quarterly total. So very easy to fix. I mean, all you really have to do is just reselect this whole range here, go back in and do your auto sum. And it still messes up. What happened here? Well, I think because we had the error in there, so I'm just going to delete this. All right, I can just wipe the whole thing out. And then I'll go back and reselect it again. Hit the auto sum in there, and there we go. Perfect. All right, so disaster averted. All right, so that would be one thing. All right, so now I'm going to go back and undo all that I just changed there. All right, so I'll just hit the undo a few times here. There it goes. All right, so now that was hiding, or that was actually deleting the data. Now, what if you just wanted to hide the data? Okay, in other words, hide the quarterly numbers, but still have the ability of still totaling that up on the end there, let's say, right? So we still see these totals here are referencing each of these cells here. So if I hide them instead of delete, I mean, when I deleted it, it messed it up. You hide it, it's still there technically, right? But it's hidden because you're in essence making the column width 0, all right? That's really what's happening here. So if I go over here to E, right click it, go down to where it says hide, all right? Go over to here, right click it, hit hide. Go to here, right click it, hit hide. And then the same thing over here, right click it, and then hit hide, all right? I still have my total, see? So there's the total still in there. So that works pretty well. So now if later on I want to bring that back, because maybe what you did this because you wanted to maybe print this out and give it to somebody, and you didn't want them to know what the quarterly numbers were, even though they'd be easy to figure out just by looking at this, but nonetheless. So the way you would bring them back is you'd highlight the two sides, the left and right side of what you hid, right? So you select that, right click it, hit unhide, brings it right back again in the same width that it was. If you want to do all the other ones at once, we can just start from the left side, go all the way over, highlight all the way over like that, right click it, hit unhide, and they all come back for you just like that. So pretty easy thing to do. Even if you hid and saved this and then reopened it later on, you could still unhide it at that point. Now we'll do one more here. Let's say we wanted to hide the people, all right, all of our reps here. So we'll select all the reps just like that, right click it, hit hide. Everything still calculates, it's just that you don't see the data, right? Then you want to bring them back. I mean, if you want to bring them back, you can hit undo right now. That'd be fine. But the way to know how to do it the other way would be just to kind of select the top and bottom of what you hid, right click it, hit unhide, and it all comes back for you just like that. So pretty slick environment there. Now let me show you a little bit of a troubleshooting scenario, okay? Let's say that you had this range here, and you did this accidentally, but for some reason you had an area selected, and somehow you pointed to one of the sides here like this. You got the crosshair. You held down the mouse, you drug it down a couple, you let go, and it did this. All right? Now, when you do that, most of the time, nothing's going to happen with your formulas. All right? So over here, everything's still calculating the same way, because when you drug it like that, you moved it, and in doing so, the references that were originally over here now get all shifted down. That's a really nice thing. Now that doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes, depending on how you do it, it might not, and then you'll mess up all your formulas and you have to redo it. Now let's say you had this all of a sudden. You didn't realize you had it before, and all of a sudden you would say, whoa, what happened here? How are you going to bring it back? Well, or how are you going to get it back, I should say. Well, you could do the same as you did before, which was you could select this area and just drag it up like that. That'd be fine. But another way you can do it would be to select the two cells here, right click it, and tell it that you want to delete those cells, and as it deletes the cells, you want the data to what? To shift up. All right, so all the data that's underneath here will get shifted up by doing that. You hit OK on that, pulls it right back up again. So not bad. Now, for some reason, you wanted to move, let's say, everything from row 10 down a row, okay? One way of doing that would be just to insert a blank row here. If you insert a blank row there, everything gets pushed down. But another way you can do it would be to select the range. Okay, so we go all the way over to the right there, kind of select that. And then all you'd have to do, and just to get your bearings, you might want to get back to the beginning here, okay? You can then point to one of the sides, you get your crosshair, hold down the mouse and pull it down a notch or two, let go, and there you've moved it. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but let's just say you did that for whatever reason. There you go, all right? If later on you want to move it back, you can either select it and drag it back up, or what you could do is you could go to row 10 here, do a right click on it, and then hit delete, right? And that would pull it back up as well. So a lot of different ways you can do that stuff, but that's pretty easy stuff to do, to move things around, to get things back into place and so forth. So hopefully that will give you some ideas as far as making changes like that. But very simple technique. I mean, you just have to be halfway decent with the mouse, and you can pull a lot of that stuff off. So very good. So I appreciate you watching the video. Take care.